that the lineup of FNOP really has a lot of crowd control. And meanwhile, for TLPH, kailangan lang nilang ma-maintain yung damage output that they have. Kaya wag na nating patagalin pa MPL Arena, and to our online fans, let's head on over to our casters.
Finally! Game 3 is upon us.
Welcome to
Fnatic
Mobile
ONIC
Legends.
Philippines facing off against Team Liquid PH. As explained by our panel from the Infinix game Tambayan, it's a redraft.
It's a redraft.
A chance for both teams to reset completely. And folks watching from home and everyone here in the arena, thank you so much for staying with us.
Yeah, again, thank you for your patience because we have been anticipating. This is our first game, or first match going 3 games, you know, and it took us a little longer to get to it, but hey, we're in it now. So both teams, different drafts than what we saw before, but also, you know, Carl TZ being on that link still. Get to see that too. The Edith is picked up. There's a couple changes here, though.
Yeah, some things remain the same, like Carl TZ getting his hands on the Ling, and I guess TLPH having their own kind of...
The Edith.
And the Aurora, you know, that's stuck. But on the other hand, Fnatic ONIC, they changed quite a bit. Now, Sanford,
I think he's going to get caught here. It's a couple shots. Looking for the first blood. Oh! Whoa! Sanford's actually going to survive. I thought he was 1 hit away and he'd be able to get taken down, but no.
That may have been to Fnatic ONIC's detriment. I'm not so sure if that's the communication that Kirk had with King Kong, because maybe if he got it now in trouble mid!
That's it. First blood going to the hands of Carl TZ. So, yeah, like you were saying, I think it is detrimental because even on that, what ended up happening is first blood going over to TLPH, able to punish.
Yeah, maybe if King Kong went back into human form, could have gotten 1 more basic attack in, got the job done, but instead, it's Liquid who gets the first blood. Up top, though, I'd say Kellner's doing a great job of keeping Benecutie at bay here. Our panel was right. Very few gold laners in the current metagame can actually make a clip work. Now once more in bottom lane.
Again, Sanford going to jump in. Doesn't have the level 4, though, just yet. Sanji also trying to get that available to them so they're ready for this turtle fight. It's going to be started up, though. Both teams getting in position. Gold laners still staying together. There's the flip on through from JP. Tempest of Blade's going to be used as well. There's the freeze, the lockdown. Kirk's going to fall. Sanford's still up for now. He's going to try to retreat from this. Turtle's still for the taking here, but TLPH is kind of low, so they might reset it for now.
There's not quite an XP laner like Sanford's Cho. He was deep inside the orange buff pit, and that really was a thorn in the side for Fnatic ONIC Philippines. The first time we saw that was when they played in Malaysia in Snapdragon Pro Series Season 5 APAC, and now it's working once again. Turtle up.
They're going to go for it. King Kong, though, will secure it, so good usage as well with the wall from Kirk, and just going to stop him in the tracks.
Fnatic ONIC Philippines found the perfect timing. I think they read the map, saw that Carl TZ was way off, taking buffs, farming up, and they said, you know what, let's lean hard on it. I think TLPH thinks that we're reeling from that last fight. Let's go for the turtle. A score for Fnatic ONIC. Checking out the items real quick. Yep, this does confirm the assumption that Kelra is winning that lane. He is up by 200, 300 gold away from Benecutie, and look at this. Sanford deep in. Look at that cut.
That's what that you know, XP lane Cho allows you to do. Cut pretty confidently, especially running, you know, the concussive blast working against a Grok.
He's so agile.
He's everywhere.
Look at. Oh, that's a combination of only fast implosion.
Again, implosion going to be used. There's the pick off this time in the hands of King Kong. Great usage once again. The setup potential they have here. Kirk also has the wild charge. He's going to force the fight in the mid lane. Tempest of Blade's already used, but they force it once again as Sanford's going to fall. Double kill for King Kong. Scaling up very quickly here on the Roger.
And suddenly the gold lead swings. Fnatic ONIC Philippines looking at 1,000 gold ahead now, 4 minutes in. What was Liquid thinking?
I'm not sure.
Something tells me maybe they're just leaning hard on it, thinking that they can shock Fnatic ONIC into submission, but Fnatic ONIC, despite what happened, again, folks, we would like to thank you all for sticking with us. That weight may have weighed heavy on Liquid now. Because again, they're a very momentum-based team. They're very aggressive. And look at this, Sanford being down on Kirk. Up top, the same story.
Yeah.
Liquid can't push forward.
Working on it too, and also, you know, Benny Cutie just picked up, I believe it was, the Blade of Hepsi. So he has that now on this Clint, and that's kind of the thing you want to watch out. The matchup with the gold lane, how that's going to develop over time. Because like you said, things swinging in favor of Fnatic ONIC at this point. Turtle's going to be up. See if TLPH can actually secure themselves one. They're going to secure at least positioning if they can. They got to rely on JP here, especially on the Edith. Same thing's going to keep happening though. Brusco, especially with this Tigreal, will face that front side and be a threat.
Yep, he's lethal, especially since Super Prince now has his hands on the Primal Wrath. Looking at the items, Corrosion Scythe on Kelra, the aforementioned Blade of Heptases on Benny Cutie. Not much can happen here to the gold lead, not unless something happens. And there it is!
There it is, top side. Benny Cutie gonna get work done. That's that usage. Once again, Kirk with a wild charge, picking up the kill on the top side. Down a number though. Turtles for the fight here.
This is tough. Again, you gotta keep your eyes on Brusco. Bro, here we go. The combo from JP. On Kirk.
Okay, turret. Turret secured. There's the jump in with the implosion again. They get the knockup on 2. King Kong will get the turtle. Except the blade's going to be used to try to get out. Brusco's going to get punished as he goes down. JP one hit away. The Primal Wrath gets the form back after using it and will still live.
That was unfortunate. Fnatic ONIC could not get anything on the clapback. Save for maybe a push. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a technical knockout. You know, you send back a majority of liquid, and then you score a push up top, in mid. Up now 3,000 gold. You know what? In hindsight, that's a win for Fnatic ONIC.
Yeah, great. Again, shift in this favor. They're going for it. The jump in from Sanford goes in with the Way of the Dragon. It was King Kong. They kicked, but he rolls on out of there. It is completely fine as Calro picks up a double. Liquid Echo getting punished here. TLPH again fighting and fighting and fighting, but they lose the battles.
That was odd. How did King Kong doesn't even have what you would assume is a Thunder Belt, which would help him survive? No. His only real defensive items are the cooldown ring and the tough boots. What?
Yeah. It's
the turtle shield? Maybe that was lingering post-take?
A whole lot of questions, you know, here.
Sheer mechanics. Sheer mechanics.
Mechanics, prowess. Still, look at the fight for this.
Going home.
Brusco. Not going to find the implosion that time around that he was looking for, and the fight for the buffs are going to start here, especially with the lead that Fnatic ONIC has built themselves up to this point. So you're wondering, TLPH, what do they do about it? It does feel like they're leaning hard into a lot of these engages, trying to do things here. Now in the mid lane, trying to go for the tier 1. Brusco going to get sidestepped, not able to find anything off of that, but still the turret stands.
Interesting what Brusco was doing. I think he was just limit testing. You see that? He pulled the trigger on the conceal, but he does not have the implosion. I wonder if he knows that Liquid PH knows, or do they? You know what I mean? Like,
it's like a fake out. You're trying to, trying to fake him out.
I mean, he has the Sacred Hammer, right?
That's
like
true.
that could have displaced him. Oh, could have been
testing it.
Could have been the effect he was looking for, but nonetheless, Lord's up. Again, about 4,000 gold ahead. Fnatic ONIC PH is 8.5 minutes in. JP looking for a combo.
JP gets the combo off, but he's going to be alone. Primal Wrath going to be used too into the implosion. They find the perfect target as King Kong goes down, but there's the response. Carl, TZ, Sanford, and JP traded for King Kong. And now Fnatic ONIC down to jungler. They won't be able to get the Lord, but they'll continue to move around the map, especially protecting Kelra here. Having an amazing game on the carry.
Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent, Louis Vuitton, expensive.
All of them.
That was a trade.
Designer.
That was a trade that you would never take. I mean, Liquid PH didn't know. So if it was King Kong they were gonna find, by all means. But with those 3 in exchange, they could have thought that out better. But now, looking at the items, Carl TZ is just 200. You know what? Maybe it was worth it because Carl TZ is like down 100. That's equalized.
It's not down too much, but look at this. Lord's going to be started up, taken out. Who's going to get it? King Kong will. Sanford taking a couple shots. He's just going to be fine. Can go through that wall, but hey, easy objective here for Fnatic ONIC.
So far, so good. Again, I think Fnatic ONIC, besides the whole economy situation, there's a huge lead on Kirk, about 1,000 between him and 40. There's also a lead on, that's where we... Kelra, the Filipino Savage, is up by about 2,000, Joseph?
2,000 gold.
2,000! So that's why Benny Cutie's keeping himself scarce. That's what you should do, though, as a gold laner. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, look how many kills he has, too. And, you know, also interesting build that you see here coming out from King Kong. He did just pick up the Thunderbelt. So he's got that now available. And they can punch in at least, you know, to the knock on the base turrets here with his first Lord pushing in because of the lead that they've gotten themselves. Sanford jumps in with the Way of the Dragon. Flicker combination, gonna find it. King Kong, they take him out of the picture. Still got to deal with this Lord here, but these base turrets will stand tall for now. The tier 2s do fall, though. Still on the bottom side, it's going to be work done by Carl TZ. And Fnatic ONIC make their way downside. That might be all they get, though.
They threw 3 ults and a flicker just to kill King Kong. I'd say that was worth it. I mean, it stopped Fnatic ONIC's march into their base. They cleaned the house. That's no tier 2s, no outer turrets for TLPH, but this should open up this buff.
Oh, again, JP taking a ton of damage. Look at that from Kalra. Again, oh, Kirk wanted to make a play, fails the flicker with the wild charge, so they won't be able to follow up on that. But man, still the damage from Kalra, you gotta respect it.
I mean, bad to worse, right? Sure, you flubbed the flicker, but you got away with a potential buff choke and a free kill on the JP. It's amazing how we forgot to mention how Kelra has just been slowly pushing forth. And the fact that now he has a wind of nature, he can potentially protect himself from Carl, from Sanford, from Benny. His only real threats are JP and Sanji, which that Purify will fix.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's not often that you see Benny Cutie get in this position, like so far behind. He's, what, 3,000, I think it was? 3,000 gold behind?
Yeah, at this point.
Just now picking up the Malefic Roar, man. And, you know, you already mentioned it. Kelro's got pretty much all the items that he really needs. He's still going to build on the last ones to lock it in here. But, you know, at this point, you can play a little more aggressive now, especially when you have the Wind of Nature. But even if you take that out of the picture, the way that Kirk, you know, albeit not the last wild charge, but he can kind of have room to breathe there. You have Brusco there to help you out too, and a lot of those penalty zones, or not the penalty zones, a lot of the implosions have been great setups so far for Fnatic ONIC that TLPH hasn't had an answer for.
And that's what put them 4,000, 5,000 gold ahead of our defending champions, is they're so good at these split-second decisions that a singular burst from 3 or 4 members of Fnatic ONIC could end a fight single-handedly. Oh, amazing
Sanford.
positioning by 40!
There's the setup of an implosion to save him. Tempest of Blade's going to already be used. Waiting on, there's the Wind of Nature proc. He holds on to it a little bit longer. Sanford goes down in the exchange. The plan was to get Kalra, and they threw everything at him and couldn't take him down.
9 out of 10 gold laners anywhere around the world would have died, but not Kalra, not the gold standard, not the Filipino savage. He remains deathless. 5-0-4. And Joseph, look, save for everyone but Benny. They threw out their ult to try and get Kalra.
They threw everything at Kalra, and now Lord's going to be started up here. King Kong holding it at mid-health. Still, though, Carl TZ is a threat. He's just around the corner. They're going to go ahead and trade it out. The rest of the team is back up. Sanford now healthy here. Fight for the Lord, who's grabbing it. It's Benny Cutie somehow secures the Lord. Can they secure the fight? Sanji flickers into the Guardian's barrier. He gets cut off, and he goes down. Objective secured, but can they stay together? King Kong on the hunt. Benny Cutie forces the fight, takes a shot to the face, tries to bob and weave out of it, but gets outclassed and outgunned. And that is a bad case for the Cavalry here.
What's a lone sheriff to do against a legitimate werewolf? Fnatic ONIC PH, they're looking to end!
They're looking to end it here. Sanford trying to buy as much time as he can, but that's not going to help, as Fnatic ONIC will go ahead and win the series 2-1.
Sonics rejoice! Fnatic ONIC Philippines' win streak continues. They take down the defending champions 2-1.